Fearless music video is not that bad. It's not. It's not great. It's not great. But I kind of have a new appreciation for it, and Hybe has JYP to thank for that. You know the scene where Chaewon jumps into the sky? I'm sure you do, because I'm making it the thumbnail. I never really thought about that in the Set Me Free music video, but I thought about it last night, and it's actually pretty cool where that thought led me. They're using the same imagery, so it makes sense to assume they are attempting to have a similar effect. So we kind of have to talk about the Set Me Free video in order to understand Fearless. Chaeyoung jumps over a theater, and the footage stops like it's part of a movie that we see twice watching. In this situation, it is apparent that we need to be questioning what constitutes reality. There is a book called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, and it is an example of something called the theater of the absurd. The theater of the absurd toys the line of what is and is not real. Granted, this is about side characters in Hamlet, but in the context of the book, they are stuck in limbo, not knowing when life will happen to them. Most of the time, they're stuck in a state of unreality, characterized by things like no sense of probability, and simply playing games like that is all they can do. They can't even look at the Twice girls directly in the theater, and this undermines reality. It's fake, just like the ending is fake, and just like Icarus's wings were fake. Are we the ones falling now? Because they also show explosions all over the place, suggesting everything is subject to destruction right now. Why does that matter? I have used the How to Read Literature Like a Professor quotes so much, but the human story is one story impacted by all of the different iterations, fictional or purely reality. And the people who made the Fearless music video actually knew this. The jump is a gimmick, but it toys at a greater motif throughout the video, namely perspective. Listen, I'm probably dumb for not picking up on this on several watch-throughs of the video, but perspective comes up repeatedly, a true motif. There are scenes in front of the mirror, notably not shot looking straight at them. Actually, the girls will make eye contact even when there is something else distorting their image, whether it be a physical object or the black and white shots, for example. There's also the scene with the phone where Yunjin plays with through what camera we are able to physically look at her. I could even point out the parts with cars. Kazuha sits on a car suspended midair, but we also have several shots of the girls in and driving another car, calling to question if they symbolize their relationships with control, something that is often a matter of perspective. Despite not being midair anymore, they're acting like they can fly on air, but we also have basically no idea where we are, merely appearing in a space of darkness. We don't see what happens to Chaewon when she makes the jump. The footage does not exist. Neither does pure fearlessness, something we've discussed before on the channel. We actually get to decide if Chaewon lands on her feet. It's very Prospero-like, but we get to decide how deep we want to go into absurdism. And I choose to believe not seeing her land makes the landing in my mind even more special and real if I choose to believe it, to believe in stories as living documents.